What is up? My name is Mr. New, and I'm welcoming you to the Mr. New Show. Right now, this is the setup that I've been using for many years. Now, during these many years, we have been doing Twitch streams and TikToks and all these other things, but now we're moving over to YouTube, and we're going to be building a massive new show that is going to be exclusively about sports, Minnesota sports in general, a lot about the Vikings, and right now, with everything being so awesome, you got the Timberwolves, the Wild, the MLB stuff with the Twins. You got new uniforms across the board. Minnesota sports is going to be a dynasty pretty soon, and we're going to catch up to Boston in the next 2 decades, right like that. No, I wish. But I digress. What we're going to do is we're going to dive into a lot of tape and a lot of stuff like that. And what's going to happen is we're going to have a completely different setup. And once I get this set up, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people copied me and was like, man, that's a really cool idea. It's going to be set up to where this screen over here is going to be available for us to utilize and talk with, and I'm going to be able to draw out plays with you guys, and we're going to be talking a lot of sports, and I'm going to be showing you what I see and how I see it, because it's very hard for me to use just words to explain a lot of of my football IQ things. I can't just use PFF grades because I use my eyes and my gut to let people know my vision of the sport. And like I was telling them guys, sorry, over at Vikes now. Shout out them. Go check them out. Dustin Baker and them over in the Braven. Dudes are wonderful. Vikes now, one of the best places to be. And you can catch me on a few episodes, maybe in the future. And of course, one that has already been done. But what I'm saying is that we are going to be at the forefront, you guys. And if I got to drive down and get pictures myself, if I got to get my own footage, if someone wants to be later and be like, oh, it's copyright, I'll go get my own footage and we will dissect it. We will figure out what plays are going to go which way and how it's going to go. And we're going to make it go to the tippity top. And then we're going to go even further, like the Phoenix we are. And we're going to watch Dallas the Dragon Turner get Defensive Player of the Year. J.J. McCarthy is going to be looking amazing. Now, I don't know if he's going to play this year. I don't know if he's going to start, maybe sometime or whatever. But I want to see like that jump into fall season like Alex Smith or whatever and Patrick Mahomes, okay? I want to see it like, Alex is the clear starter this year. But gosh, everybody who was watching knew J.J. McCarthy was going to be the man. And I have that feeling with him, and the zip he puts on the ball, it's almost like Brett Favre-esque. It's so fast. I know you don't believe that, but it is very, very, very similar. Now, what you're going to find also here is maybe some controversial opinions, but you're not going to find trigger opinions and lame things like that. I am not all about spreading misinformation, bad information. Everything, usually I fact check it, and I do make sure. Yes, a lot of it is going to be very opinionated and just my opinion. It is the Mr. New Show after all, isn't it? And I know all, but no, basically, there will be a lot of humility, but there isn't going to be a trick. Every single time I ain't going to have a headline and make 800 videos about Antonio Brown going wild. Like, that is a waste of time, effort, energy, and there's no meat in it, as us writers used to say. And this is going to be a writer's dream. This is going to be the transition between filmography and writing meshed into one. This is going to be the best. It's going to be something that sports fans have been craving and waiting for so long that that not even the national television can get it right. And I'm going to correct it all because I watch it. I have to watch these talking heads on TV. And I could just scream at them all day long because I would love to debate them. I would debate all of you. I would just love to. And it's one of my favorite things to do. But what we've lost in our terms of debate, and you could even watch it with the presidential debate, man. Like, go watch one of the older ones or whatever, like any of them. I think the example going around now is Obama and Romney or whoever it was. I can't remember. But it was like, they were like, thank you, sir, for your time. Thank you, sir, for your time. Well, let's get into it. We both agree on this policy, but we disagree on this policy. It was a little more boring. But I'm gonna mix up. I'm gonna mix it up, and so it won't be so boring. I'm gonna throw some jabs at you, like Mike Tyson style, huh? You want me to bite your ear off? You want me to bite that ear, huh? Well, then don't talk back, all right? But no, we're going to add a little pizzazz to the show. And like even right now, I'm freestyling this whole entire thing, and I still have to get my ENT surgery. I still have to do more, and we're going to keep raising up. Nobody will ever be able to match this bar, even if they copy the exact set and try to do the exact thing. Without Mr. New, there is no Mr. New show, and that is what you guys are going to come and tune in for. And I thank each and every subscriber and person that does this. This is my dream. This is what I want to be. Yes, I work a million hours a week, regular job stuff, but I do this extra because this is what I want. And one day, if that ever happens, oh my gosh, all this hard work will be definitely worth it, especially over the last 4 years, getting all this set up, doing Twitch and TikTok and all these other things. But like I said, mainly it's just YouTube now, and we're going to focus every bit of energy to you and every subscriber that comes here. So if you're gonna be here, subscribe, dude. Like, stick around. It's gonna be an amazing ride, and I can't wait to welcome all of you to this amazing ride. See your comments, interact with them, make some, I might even have like some Patreon stuff where there's private stuff, because I can't tell everything on YouTube, and there's some stuff that I see that I don't even want teams to see. Like, there's things out there that I don't want people to see. Like, maybe I'll see something with JJ McCarthy and I'm like, ooh, that's something awkward in his hitch. Don't want to tell people that. I don't want to make a show about it. You know what I mean? That just drags my own team down. And it's one thing that I've seen. It's teammates dragging each other down. I don't really like that. I don't care for that. If you're someone that's out there just to be a hater and just clickbait, click content, this is not the show for you. This is not the place for you. You won't be You won't be satiated. You won't be satisfied. You won't like it. You would just be like, yeah. But if you like a true Northman, telling you the real deal from Minnesota and having the best eyes in the game for 37 years, been watching it, loving it, doing it, just picking it apart, I'm telling you, I'm going to give you the best information you ever did darn here, okay? Let me give you an example right here. So last year, we had Dalton Risner, okay? Okay, Mr. Risner was the Riz Master. I wanted Dalton so freaking bad. I wanted him. I told everybody, we need him at the left guard position. It's a synergy problem. Oh, well, we got players there, and the PFF grades actually show that. And it's like, that's because you have such a stud. And this is what people don't understand. It's synergy in the position, but there's more than that also. It's because you got a stud left guard, all right, in Christian Darrisaw. Christian Darrisaw is not only just, he's doing his block, right? But then he's having to take on old homie's block because he's missing it. Or because someone else down the line's missing their block. So everyone's assignment changes. And then you got someone like Darrisaw holding two guys, and he's trying to do it, and then he twists his ankle, and it's all messed up. And plus, I like a little bit of nasty with my offensive lineman. Dalton matches that exact persona, and you plug and played him. I believe it was late in the Chiefs game, and he never left since. He's even coming back this year. Now, I know there was a little controversy, and they want to play Blake Brandel over there. Please just move him over to right guard. Blake Brandel is very universal, and you can move him. Anybody will be better than Ingram. I don't remember his name. Not Mark Ingram. I don't think that's that wrestler or whatever. But no, Ingram. Evan Ingram, or I don't know what is his name. But Ingram, basically, the right guard, dude has been abysmal. And I don't know if it's because they want to hang on to that draft or whatever, but you got other people coming in this year. You got Rouse, but that was a tackle. I don't know if that could transition over to right guard. But the last pick in the draft, I believe, not Rodriguez, that's that interior lineman. There was another one before that one. It was Jurgens. Jurgens might be someone that could fit over in that right guard spot. That could be, or take over for the Grim Reacher at center, a backup and stuff like that, which is something that the Vikings have needed a little bit of depth for that area. But, oh my gosh, I think that the line would be so much better with Brandel over there. I think the person that messes up the synergy of the line the most is Ingram. I feel like he misses a lot of assignments. I feel like then right after that, it's Garrett Bradbury, the Grim Reacher. I feel like both them two throw people off. And when them two throw people off, it throws everybody off. But the Grim Reacher has grown and has gotten better. But we got to surround the Grim Reacher with better stuff. And we got him with the best. Christian Darrisaw, elite right there. Dalton Risner, you can keep him there. He's elite, dude. Just keep him there. He's good. Why do we have this obsession with wanting to move him? Why? He's not that expensive. Like, you're like, oh, we want Blake Brandel there. Well, if Blake Brandel plays as good as Dalton plays, he's going to get paid the same. Dalton's not that old. He's not retiring. Like, why are we doing this? That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, do you think that Blake Brandel's ceiling is higher than Dalton Risner? Because I don't. I just don't. Not at left guard. No, I'll take him at right guard, and I think he'll transition and do great over there. But if we just want to use these guys as depth and rotational, whatever, so be it. But I would really love to see someone else over there at that right guard position for the Minnesota Vikings. But my main point being, like I said, is that when one person throws it off, you know what I mean, it messes up someone else's PFF grades, and then you just don't even understand it or how it works. And so in that play, that maybe Ingram missed the assignment. Maybe he hit a block, but it was the wrong block. And maybe someone blew right by, Brian O'Neill, and all of a sudden O'Neill gets a sack on him. And then you look at the PFF, O'Neill, one sack on him or whatever. And you start to look at these things and you start to think, oh, well, it's that player. And it's very, very, very misleading. And that's the sort of stuff I'm talking about. So hopefully that can all be better and wound up in a better way. And like I said, I welcome all of you to the Mr. New Show, and we're gonna be talking about a ton of sports. But I wanted to get this episode out here before the studio change, just to kind of show everybody the old studio. So I'm gonna miss it. It's gonna be fun. It was such a fun time, man. We had so many good times, so much good times. Yeah, man, gonna miss it. Okay, even all my breathing stuff. Oh, but yeah, it's gonna be set up much better, much more efficient. Even my PC is gonna be better. I got this one right here, but like I said, we got a brand new one from Zydex, and you guys are gonna absolutely love that one. It is amazing. You guys should definitely check them out. You can use Mr. New to shout out at the end, or you can even say 4-time Defensive Player of the Year Rudy Gobert. He gets his computers from them. They build the custom gaming PCs, man. I'm telling you, like the best ones. And it's a very competitive price. You get great warranty, you get great everything. There's no reason to build it yourself anymore for the prices of everything and how you're going to buy it and how you have to get everything shipped to you and blah, 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 blah. Just get a custom PC, man. But get a place that cares about you, like with Zydex. The reason, what I mean by that is that, if you're looking for a budget PC, if you're looking for this stuff, they'll tell you like, hey, no, you want to spend this extra bit, or you're going to be paying for it later, or they explain what you'll be paying for later. Because the main goal isn't just to have a PC that you play that's great. The main goal is to have one that you don't have to keep buying another console and another one and another one and another one. You could just go with one for the rest of time, basically, and just maybe switch out a couple parts. But with that, I wish you would do. My name is Mr. New, and if you would, also, who was it? Zach Bouillon is the person the Minnesota Wild selected in their first round. Robert Dillingham and Terrence Shannon Jr. Were the Timberwolves' #1 round selections. Both absolute ballers. Now, let me tell you something about this. Now, the best off-ball shooter, the best everything. Everybody says all this stuff. You heard a ton about Robert Dillingham, right? And basically, the consensus on him was, man, if this dude was 6'4", he would be #1 in the draft. He would have been the #1 pick. Bop. But he is not 6'4", but I don't think that's going to matter. When you look at today's NBA, you can get away with a lot of fouls. It's completely different. It is not big man dominant. I'll tell you that much. And if this dude can, do what he needs to do, I think he's going to be an excellent addition. But another excellent addition that I think is going to be a keystone player is, and I don't know where he's going to find time to get room on the floor, but, even in rotation, like Terrence Shannon Jr., dude, is an absolute baller. Every single category I looked at, the dude was like a leader in almost all the categories, whether it's like field goals, field goal percentages, field goals attempted, this, 3-point, this, that, their defense is this, there's so many things, minutes played. Like, the dude was just an absolute warrior, and he dominated in so much. He was one of the best all-around, if not the best all-around pick in the prospects. So, like, I think the Minnesota Timberwolves crushed it in the draft. I do have to look a little bit more at Zeev Bouillon. He's a defenseman. Basically, one of his best attributes, and, maybe we think we can get a bigger defenseman later or whatever in the draft. What I wanted was someone that could guard Kaprizov. I just really wanted that. I feel like, it's like it's the same as hockey. Unlike every other sport, is not changed. You still need your big goon guy. You need your enforcer to protect your score, or they're just going to take your scorer out. Wayne Gretzky had people around him that were so imposing that nobody messed with the great one. You know what I mean? Nobody messed with Wayne. But like I do believe this. I think that if we can if we can get one later on, like that will be a big part of the key. We got to get someone that's able to just sacrifice and just big and just smash people. Like I think that's a big part and just help out with our scorers, because this defensive man is also a scorer. Like this is the dude that'll pop you off, he'll pick you off, you'll be flying down, man, and that'll go perfect with Kaprizov. Them two will be like PB and J together. But they're smaller, dude. This dude is 6'1", 198, 189 or something like that. I don't know. He's not the biggest dude is what I'm saying. Like as far as like weight. So, could probably use to put on a few pounds, but that's going to change their game and stuff. So you don't want that, maybe a little bit, but you don't want to change it much up. So I think the key is that they get another enforcer. And I know that they did have some people that they were looking at. I'll try to pull it up here before the end of the stream and all that stuff, or the end of this whatever recording. Let's see. Dr. Disrespect was reported to Twitch by NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the day of the ban. As to Slasher Rolling Stone sources. That is most certainly interesting. But anyway, the Twins with a victory at Seattle, it looks like. Player of the game, let's see, Byron Buxton. You know who I'm really liking lately is Royce. I really was Royce Lewis, but definitely nice win there. Good way to capitalize it out. What did we get? 5-1 or something? We finish it out, victory. And then what was I doing? I was getting us to the darn Wild, because I know that they drafted somebody here, but I need to figure out who. Or if it's a defensive man. They look pretty small, dude. So it looks like all the guys here. Okay, round 1, pick 12, Zeev Buyam. Round 2, pick 45, Ryder Rich. And sorry if I enunciate any of these wrong. Ryder Richty. Round 4, pick 122, Aaron Kvyarshu. Round 5, pick 140, Sebastian Soyoni, Chase Wutsky, and Steve Lescalvar. I don't know really much about any of them dudes, but let's hope defense. Cambridge, he looks pretty light. Is there anybody that looks huge? Is there any mean, wild trade? Also, Minnesota did. Receives Jacob Lufo forward, 4th round pick 122. Boston receives Vinny Latari forward, 4th round pick 110. Watch, Vinny's just amazing. Man, we got some tiny dudes. Holy smokes. The jerseys don't even fit these kids. Wow. Ryder. That's that Ryder Richty. He's a forward from Calgary, Alberta. So that's what we ended up getting. So the only really defenseman that it looked like we really got was the number 1 pick. And so this dude's kind of going to be off the thing. So it's not going to be no goon style if you're looking for that. But hopefully we could just play fast and get him. I don't know. That doesn't really work in the playoffs, but we'll see. Anyway, the Minnesota Fighting Vikings are also going to be coming into fall camp here pretty soon. And everything's going to be rolling and going, and we're going to be, like I said, diving into a lot of JJ McCarthy stuff, a lot of Dallas Turner stuff. I think Dallas Turner could be potentially a rookie defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year. I don't know. I see a lot in him. I see an elite player that's better than Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin as far as like how high their tier can be. I think that he, I see him moving his feet all the time. He's always sweating out, he's working, man. And I just think he's got something to prove. And I think he's going to prove everybody that, all these high draft quarterbacks, all these things that you grab, that doesn't really matter when I eliminate it. You think everything is so great, but I think he's going to prove that none of that matters when they can't pass the ball and they can't get it to your receiver. They can't get no quarterback stuff. They can't get no play. And they're going to bring the value back to the defensive end position. I believe this dude is like the ultimate hybrid. So with that, I wish you would do, and feel free to sub to the channel or anything like that. I would absolutely love that. And anytime that you guys have any requests, anything you want me to look into, anything besides just like hater stuff, but like if you have legitimate anything, I will be happy to put that in the next content, especially when I'm on the new set and the new show, to be incorporating all of these things. And even if you guys get maybe a little impatient, you're like, we don't want to wait for the new show, Mr. New, we want to hear about this, we want to hear about that right now, I can also make a couple new shows. So with that, I don't want to waste too much time. I know you got to have like 30-minute episodes to get monetized or all these things. I'm not even worried about that right now. All I care about is just doing what I love to do, and that is talking sports with you. Hey, have a wonderful day. My name is Mr. New. Peace out. I was going to say some cool, corny line.